Cub Scouts. So it is a beautiful day today. It is great weather for doing bubbles. So I thought we would try different recipes to see which one makes the best bubbles. So the first recipe I'm going to try uses, of all things, cornstarch. This is cornstarch. It's a powder. I use it to make pie filling, I should say. I don't know why it would make good bubbles, but you know, the internet says this makes good bubbles, so let's give it a try. So I have 3 cups of water. I have a 1/4 cup of soap, dish soap. Get it in there, bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm gonna have a lot of blue bubbles at the end of this. Okay, then it's a 1/4 cup of the cornstarch. And a teaspoon and a half, there we go, teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Again, I'm not sure the chemistry here, but let's give it a try. Bloop. Bloop. It looks interesting. Come on, let's take a closer look at this before I stir it up. It does look interesting though, doesn't it? My sister Jill is helping me today. She's the one who's behind the camera. There, you can hear her laughing. Alrighty, now the one thing they say about this one is that you need to let it sit for 1 hour. So we will come back to this one in an hour. Hello Cubs, we are back. We're trying recipe number 2, and this one uses sticky corn syrup. Not so sure about this one either, but let's give it a try. This time around I have 4 cups of water, 1 cup of soap. I'm going to use a scraper this time. Okay, and 1.5 cups of the corn syrup. And like I said, it's very sticky.
Well, that's a pretty slick little jig for $32 actually. Yeah. Has templates for hinges all the way down.
You can hear that Scouter Malcolm has been working. He's talking about the tools that he is using the last little bit. So this one, stir, 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 stir. All right, we could probably use this one right away. I have seen nothing that says we have to wait, but we will make first our last concoction, and then we shall try them out. Recipe. This one is got
At the hardware store, they're about 50 or 60.
ingredients I've heard of before. So the special ingredient we're going to use is something called glycerin,
I was able to get
and you can find this at craft stores, believe it or not, or drugstores. Okay, so I have 3 cups of water, and I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of soap and 6 tablespoons of glycerin in. The tablespoon is the big one.
Chargers too, of course.
So let's give this a try. All right, let's give this one a stir, and then we will make our giant bubble blower rig. Okay, looks good. We'll be back in a few minutes and we will make some bubble blowers and blow some bubbles. Hello Cubs, we're back. We're gonna get ready to do some bubble blowing. As you can see, I brought a number of things out. I have a water bottle that I've cut the bottom off. We'll see if that makes bubbles. I have some things from in the kitchen that has holes in it that might make bubbles. We shall try. But you know, traditionally there is a thread or a fabric, it's not fabric, a string bubble blower, and I thought, oh, we could make one of those. So for this you need 2 sticks. You don't have to buy these in the store, gang. And you need 2 pieces of string. Now 1 piece of string is about 1 meter, or as long as your arms. Again, doesn't have to be precise. The other piece is going to be a little longer, 1.5. Yeah, that's pretty close. This one I'm going to put a weight on. So I happen to have a washer. Use a washer, you could use a nut, you could use a button, just a little bit of a weight. Okay? And I'm going to take my short string and my long string in one hand, and I'm going to tie it to my stick. Doesn't have to be a fancy knot, just something that'll keep it on. Oh, rain's starting. Ah, that'll work better. Okay, so I'm going to tie it on. If you're really picky, you could do a reef knot. If you did a granny knot, that's fine too. Okay, now without dropping my washer, I'm going to take the other two ends and I'm going to tie it to this stick. Same deal. You don't have to be really fancy with the knot. Okay, and if I've done this right, you will see that I have the two sticks, the top string which is shorter, and then the bottom string which is lower, and it is weighted with the washer. And this is what we're going to use to blow bubbles. Let's see if it works. Hi Cubs, we're back. We're doing a little bit more on bubbles. I could not finish the other day as we had a thunderstorm roll in, and it's just not safe to be playing with sticks out in my yard during a thunderstorm. So I did make a slight adjustment to my homemade giant bubble blower, and I shortened this string, this one, and all I did was I wound it up a couple more turns on my stick. So there you go, it's adjustable. All right, one more try. Let's see how our different bubble solutions are doing. So the first one, let's see what this one is. I think this one, oh, this is syrup. This is the one that has the corn syrup in it. Let's see if it makes good bubbles. They seem to pop pretty quick. One more try. Well, that one wasn't bad. Okay, so it does work, but they are sticky. Our next solution, this one is our glycerin and soap. Let's see how this one works. Oh, not too bad. I did expect this one to be the best one, and it is not. Maybe because I was a little bit short on the glycerin, by like half a teaspoon. The last one, this is the surprise horse. This is our cornstarch and baking powder and soap. You do have to give it a little stir, and you can see it kind of settles a bit. Let's see how this one works. I gave it a stir a few moments ago. Well, for ingredients that I can find around the house, I would say this one is our winner. Let's see what you can do with your bubbles, Cubs.